Okay, our application will be dealing with different database tables, and each database table we're going to use several database commands like insert, update, delete, reading, and other commands. And we want it in this application we want our application to be more robust. Okay, ibig sabihin, we need to make it more faster, and we make use of the class. Okay, so in all our database table later on, okay, we are going to make use of a class which is called model class. So the model class here will store all the necessary field for any table in our application. Okay, so for example, so we're going to create now our model class, okay, for this video. Going back to our application, okay, going back to our application Escuela. Okay, on the Solution Explorer, we're going to add another class, okay, a model class. Okay, so it should be a class, add a class, and we name it model. Okay, so model is I created this, okay, as a principle of MVC. MVC is model view controller. Okay, so I adapted the model part of it. So all the database or table properties will be stored in this model. Okay, so click add, and in this class we're going to specify what are the necessary properties of all tables. Okay, in this case I created the code already. We just need to paste it here, just like that. Okay, so I paste it here. So I have a table property or TBL property. This will be responsible of storing the name of our table. Okay, and the table primary key, and then the fields of the table, then the insert values and the update values and the str query. So we'll be dealing all of this with this later on. Okay, so we just need to think that whenever we are going to access our table and we need to do something to it, we need to know what is the table we're going to work with. Okay, and what is the primary key. Okay, in our database, in our persons data table, we created the structure, okay, for person ID to be our primary key. So in our code, okay, we need to store the primary key of that table later on. So the name of our table later on is persons. The primary key is person ID, and the table fields. So what are the fields we have just created for this table? Okay, and then the insert values. Remember our database insert command, there is part values. So we need to know what are the values. So we need to store the values here later on. And even when we update our records, okay, we need update strings. So what are the fields which need to be updated? So we need to store it here. And this TBL query string, this is used for the display. Okay, this is the first thing we are going to make use. This TBL queries str table pk and table, the name of our table. After specifying all the properties of the model class, okay, we are going to also specify, okay, the field values for this. Okay, whenever, okay, a new object is created. So inside the new, okay, we are going to create a new sub again, just like what we did in the database. Okay, and then type this one. So we need a value to be passed on the new for the table name. What is the table name we're going to make use? Okay, the table pk, the table field string, and the query string, just like what we did in the database class. So in the model, Okay, we are now going to assign TBL is equal to the table name, TBL PK to table PK, TBL fields is equal to TBL field string, and the TBL query string is equal to query string. Okay, so this is how this is the component, okay, of our class model. So all the tables will have these properties, and all tables will should have these values. So whenever it is being invoked, okay. So in our application now, okay, we're going to establish connection. Okay, in our video, okay, we already created our model class. Okay, so this model class should be able to catch all the needed fields in operation for our database tables. So this is the model class. So in our next video, we'll be dealing on how to make use of this.